following is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee.
Everybody, I'm Devon O'Day, and my friend Deborah Allen kicks off our Taste of Nashville at Kitchen Notes live from the Omni Hotel. This is our CMA Fest edition.
I'm so excited. It just makes me thrilled to be here for CMA Fest with you.
You know, you were part of the original fanfares like I was.
Yes.
And it's changed a lot.
It has. It took me a while to get used to calling it CMA Fest. And
I still call it fanfare.
I know, me too, fanfare. I loved it out at the fairgrounds. It was so hot out there and everybody was hot and sweaty, but we went through it and stuck with it. And sometimes we stuck together.
We did. It was.
We did.
It's changed a lot. But, you know, you have rolled with great music since day one. Day one.
Well, it's just, you know, I mean, I'm like a lot of the wonderful people that are out here that have chosen this, or I should say that this career has chosen them. It gets in your heart, it gets in your soul, and it just won't let go.
Speaking of soul, Memphis girl. Memphis girl. And I always love this tidbit. Your mom and dad did something very special for Elvis Presley.
Yes, they did. My mother and daddy actually designed and upholstered Elvis's very first touring bus. And the Memphis Mafia used to come around all the time. And it was causing such a big commotion at my daddy's shop. He was going, I'm going to take this bus out of here. And I mean it. So he wound up bringing it home. And my sister Judy and I wound up camping out in his bus. I was about 3 probably. We ate all his ice cubes and everything. We thought we were so cool. And let me just say that my mother, with her design flair, she did it in a royal blue trimmed in gold, and back in the back on the bed she did this beautiful medallion, and in the center of it said EP, and he loved it. She got a phone call from him and he told her he loved it. So that's just the way Elvis was. He was a very appreciative person.
You've had a lot of iconic connections, and I bring up the Prince connection every time. So I'm not going to this time.
Okay.
But I'm going to move into, you have a wonderful friendship with Governor Huckabee with the Huckabee Show. And you just got back from a very cool trip.
I did. I am so honored that he invited me to go with him to Israel. It was a trip of a lifetime. It was a 10-day trip, and got to hang out over there with Chandra Pierce and a bunch of great people. Trey Corley was with us that time, and just it was an incredible trip. But just the sights and the locations. What I think I've mentioned to you that the very first place that I sang, a lot of us we would sing at the different biblical sites on each day of the trip, and the very first one that I got to sing on, I got to sing How Great Thou Art on the southern steps leading up to the Temple Mount, which those steps truly are the original steps. You can see how worn they are for thousands of years. Those are the steps that Jesus walked up and down to go in and out of the temple, and I'm just kind of getting chills thinking about it. But I got to sing there and many places. Another place that was, well, 2 of my favorite places. One was at St. Anne's Cathedral, which has this ambiance. You can hit one note like, ooh, and it goes like, ooh, like that. It was so, I got to sing Amazing Grace there. And then when we were in the city of Tiberias, we were out on the Sea of Galilee with 250 people on this boat. And as we were coming into shore, I got to sing one of my songs called Deeper Waters.
Right there by the Sea of Galilee.
Right on the Sea of Galilee where Jesus walked on water.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you walked back to us because you got a brand new project.
Thank you.
And it is, and y'all look at the back. Her pictures, look at that. Is that not incredible?
Thank you. Well, thank you very much. I have a wonderful friend. Her name is Cindy Hornsby. And I don't know, we always have fun doing sessions together, but she is a master photographer. She's also she's doing nature photos now. I mean, she's amazing.
Wow.
So, but thank you.
Well,
Thank you
this
for saying
project
that.
is incredible. We played a lot of your music in Blue Collar Baby, Patsy Cline Crazy,
Yeah.
and you've got a new one that's just about to drop.
Yes, we're getting ready right now to go in and shoot a brand new video on a song called All or Nothing at All. And I really enjoy singing that because it's got a lot of the passion and dynamics, kind of like Baby I Lied.
My goodness.
But different.
Baby I Lied. There's that one note. I don't know how you hit it. That one note, the money note. The money note.
The baby.
Yeah. Yeah, baby.
Well, I guess by the time you get there, you've worked up into a frenzy, so it's got to come out.
I always say that the note requires a popsicle down your shorts. That's what you need.
I'm gonna have to start taking one with me.
What are you doing during CMA Fest?
Oh, girl, I'm just busy getting out and seeing a lot of people, doing several interviews, and actually, you're kicking off my whole entire CMA Fest, and that's why I was so honored when you gave me the phone call, because we go way back, y'all. We have been friends for a long time, and I've just admired you forever. And you have really supported a lot of people, a lot of talented artists throughout the years. And she's just a very generous, loving, kind person. And just so honored that you're my friend. And
we are friends, and I'm glad that you're kicking off CMA Music Fest with us here live at the Omni. Yeah. And where can we find you? I'm not, because we all know that Raymond keeps the schedule.
Yeah, he is the schedule keeper.
He is the schedule keeper. Raymond is her husband.
Yes.
But without him here, what are some of the places that they can kind of take a look?
Oh, please go to DeborahAllen.com, DeborahAllen.com, because from there you can, I have a free newsletter that you can sign up for and become a front row friend. And this year, I'm really into building up my YouTube site. So if you can, just subscribe to my YouTube, and then you can connect to all of my social networks from there. And, like my mother says, you can't have too many friends. So,
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Well, I'm just glad you're our friend. And
Thank you.
DeborahAllen.com. This
you.
new album, really, we talk about dreamers and imagination.
Yes.
And I always say, that's what you've always done. And your music has always kind of moved. You didn't move to what the current things were doing. You moved with what your mind and heart were telling you to do.
Yes.
I love that.
You can't always be in charge of your direction. I mean, you can your direction, you follow your heart, but I mean, the road that you're going to go down that takes you there. So that's why, the art of dreaming is believing. That is a saying that has lived inside my heart for a long time. And I'm so glad that finally I got to have that song as the title of my album.
The Art of Dreaming. If you need inspiration in your life, this is an album for you, and I would encourage you to go and get it. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you. And happy CMA Fest.
Happy CMA Fest.
Too.
We're kicking it off,
Yes.
and we'll be right back. We're going to take a little break now. We've got a lot of artists. We're kind of doing things the old-fashioned way, the way Deborah and I we're talking about with Fanfare. You'd have a desk, and wherever radio stations would all be set up, or TV stations, and then artists would just come by and say, hi, and here's where I'm going to be, and here's what I'm going to do. And it was like old home week.
Yeah, that's why when you invited me to come down, I go, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break. We are live at the Omni, and our show is made possible from our friends. And they are a 40-year Nashville tradition. Buddy Allen Carpet One, right there on Lebanon Road.
Yeah.
They do so many things for the community. They're part of T2T, Towers to Towers, getting first responders' homes paid for. Most recently, T2T paid for Jeff Carson's widow. They paid the house off because he was a first responder, and we miss him so much.
That's so wonderful. And Jeff was a neighbor. I live in Franklin, Tennessee, just outside of Nashville. And he was on our police force, Franklin Police Force, and everybody there just loved Jeff. And I was so excited because he was getting ready to put out that brand new album, which I'm sure they'll release.
They're going to.
That's good.
They're going to, and he's also got a new single coming out with Michael Ray.
Oh, wow.
And so Michael Ray is part of that.
Yes.
Well, anyway, we've got all sorts of good news to tell you, but first we're going to take a break and give a salute to the good guys in our community doing good things. Buddy Allen, Carpet One.
Buddy Allen, it's a tradition. Come on into our store. Buddy Allen, it's a heritage for 40 years and more. What makes a house kind of special? Close friends walking in the door. Flowers blooming in the springtime and little children playing on a Buddy Allen floor.
City famous for its music is quiet now, but it's about to be overwhelmed by the symphony of speed. Nashville Superspeedway will be rocking from the pit to the grandstand. June 24th through 26th, the Ally 400 NASCAR Cup Series race weekend brings a mix of incredible racing and live entertainment. Tickets are going fast, so visit NashvilleSuperspeedway.com today and join the full throttle fun.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
Welcome back, everybody. We are live from Kitchen Notes, a little private room at Kitchen Notes. Joe Dubin and Mona Bagsby in the background. We've got some appetizers that smell good in here.
It is delicious.
Oh my goodness. Rick Monroe joins me, the hardest working man in country music.
Okay, I'll take that.
You are. I mean, honest to goodness, I always talk about work ethic. I always say there's some people that just have it, and you have it in spades.
Well, it's either that or I'd be in jail. So I got to figure out something that'll keep me kind of on the right path.
Well, you have always sent me these amazing songs, and the last one had such a God heart about it. And this new one, you said it's a departure.
Yes.
But it's got the same depth.
Well, thank you. Well, I mean, it was a collaboration with Be Still from Nappy Roots and a guy named Grizz. And it was actually Alan, who's back over here hiding. He's a bass player, but he actually, they wrote this groove. They sent it to me, and I was like, hey, man, and I wrote the chorus, and we kept trying to find someone to do the verses. And then B finally said, man, I think I can do it. Almost 6 months went by, nothing. Then one day he's like, I got it. He came up, or actually came down from Louisville, cut the vocal, and it was amazing. And now the song just came out today.
Oh,
it's just literally right now. Common Ground is coming out.
Common Ground coming out. Even see, that's the cool thing about CMA Music Fest and how things work out is that things are planned so they drop right when you're on the camera.
We actually didn't even plan to do it; just happened that way. It's been kind of like that way. It's divine intervention, anyways. And the song, I mean, when I came up with the hook for Common Ground, it kind of, everyone who was trying to write verses for it felt really freaked out because they didn't want it to sound preachy. They didn't want it to sound kind of, because you could, you can get douchey really quickly on that. How do you write about something that intense without making it sound kind of whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And B, I think, did a great job because he kind of slow rolls it with the hillbilly and the rapper hanging out, smoking a little weed, drinking a little drink. And then it gets into the whole thing of a little common ground could unite the states of America. And that's it. That's
Which is why you did it.
Yeah.
Which is why you did it. Well, Rick Monroe is known for a lot of things, including his passion for Monster. So I have never seen more flavors of Monster drinks than watching social media with Rick Monroe.
Well, my Monster family takes really good care of us. We love them, and we've been with them for about 6 years now. And we wouldn't have been able to survive, through COVID without them. So shout out to everybody at Monster Music, and we love them a great deal, and we're looking forward to keep working with them. And it's kind of cool because we're one of the few like non-major artists to actually be with them, but they've been very, very supportive of us.
Well, I think of you as a major artist. Everywhere you go, you always look like a rock star. I mean, you always, and you have a fan base that is so loyal. They show up, they love you back. And what do you think the secret is to connecting with your people?
Honesty.
Mm-hmm.
Just be honest. Just write and do things that are honest to you, and just try not to chase a trend, try not to do it. Just do what you do, and hopefully it'll land in the right place. And you're not going to get everybody, so why try? Just get people that get what you get, and then just keep creating stuff. And I've been really fortunate too, because as bad as the lockdowns and COVID was, we created, now it's like Rick Monroe and the Hitmen, because the band stuck together through all that. So my band became more of a part of the entire thing. So it's not just me anymore, it's me and them. And we've developed such a sound and a feel. And again, it's all from our heart and it's honest. And I think people will connect to that.
People do connect with that. Well, I know a lot of the rockier sides of country, and I've watched a bunch of the guys during the lockdown. And I know a couple that started a banana bread making business. They had to do something. So they started making banana bread. Did you do anything kind of out of character?
No, we actually just started doing streaming, which kind of got us into being more involved with, our sound and everything else. And so we became more involved as a band working together. And I think that was a lot of it. I did a lot of my house. I definitely had time to actually like redo my kitchen and things like that. But,
see, I knew there was something that was a little different. A lot of guys found their inner construction guy.
Yeah.
They kind of found that. Well, there's one thing that I think was always so funny. You have this shirt.
Yeah.
And it says "Not Dave Grohl."
Yeah.
Because let's just face it, you do have some similarities. Come on.
There's certain times, and I've actually, the best story ever was I was out on the road with Aaron Lewis, and we went to this really cool festival because we had an off day. We went to Point Fest. So I get off my tour bus with Aaron, and we're sitting there, and the kid runs up to me. He's like, "Hey, can I have an autograph?" And I'm like, "Wow, this is really weird. Here we are at like Point Fest." I'm like, "Cool." I sign it, and the kid's looking at it. He's like, "It's not him." He says, "I have no idea who it is. It's not him." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I don't know who that guy is." And then Aaron laughs, and the kid walks away, and I look at Aaron. I'm like, "He didn't even ask for your autograph." And Aaron's like, "Well," but yeah, I've gotten a lot of grief about looking like. So we ended up covering Best of You. Unfortunately, we did it and put out the video literally the day that Taylor Hawkins died. So it kind of went from being a cover to more of a tribute. And I feel for that entire organization and all their fan base. And we love the Foo Fighters, and hopefully as time goes on, they'll start to come back, and people will be able to enjoy our version. I've gotten a lot of people like our version because it's just totally different.
Well, another thing they like is boots and shorts.
Boots and shorts Sunday is the thing. Yeah, I had the guys from Saving Abel try to take it over, but we're going to take it back. But we're going to be doing some boots and shorts. It's hard to say boots and shorts. Today we're going to run around and shoot some stuff for Sunday.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So watch socials for Rick Monroe, because that boots and shorts is really, that's a cool thing.
It's pretty money. When we got that, we have our World Gone Crazy, which we were doing a daily thing. Cause the news is insane. So we have a song called World Gone Crazy. So we kind of created our own little like news program, RMHM News. And now we're going to go to a weekly thing on that instead of a daily thing. But the headlines basically, man in Florida basically fills up our entire scheduled stupid news. You got to see it. Like most people are like, this isn't real. I'm like, no, these are real news stories.
I know. And those are the news stories we actually kind of enjoy seeing.
Yes.
It really, truly is. Okay, CMA Fest. Let's give people a place to find Rick Monroe.
Well, pretty much today's the only day I'm going to be doing some signing over at Roper. But other than that, I mean, obviously you can go to rickmonroe.com. You can go find us on social media. Look it up. Like I said, Common Ground is out today, right now. It was with Be Still of Nappy Roots and our buddy Grizz. I mean, it's so cool, though. I mean, the Nappy Roots guys, we just played a show. We played a show in Wisconsin with B opening up for us with Clutch from Nappy Roots. And then we played Before Saving Abel and Queensryche. So there's a picture of B and I on stage holding an American flag in front of the Queensryche thing. And I'm just like, okay. And also this summer, we're going on tour with Ted Nugent.
What?
Yeah, we have 2 months of tours starting in July. We're going out with Ted on Uncle Ted on a bunch of dates.
Oh my
Direct
gosh.
support. So I'm really excited about that.
I am so excited for you.
I can't wait. I'm so like Ted Nugent. It's going to be, he's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh. Well, you guys, if you are around CMA Music Fest, the Roper booth, go, because he's going to be signing with the Roper family over there. But follow Rick Monroe on all your socials because you're fun to watch.
We try to keep it interesting. I mean, if you're going to do something, make it fun, right?
Absolutely.
Keep people watching. But thank you so much for having us too.
You're
and doing
welcome.
this and doing what you do.
Thank you.
You keep this music industry real.
Wait.
Much as you can.
I'm getting realer and realer as time goes by.
and we appreciate that. But thank you.
God bless you so much for what you're doing. Hey, don't forget Common Ground out today, Rick Monroe. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
I'm so excited. CMA Fest is back. And all you have to do is go downtown, listen for the music, walk into the honky tonks, go to the free stages. Ascend does have a ticket price, and so does Nissan, but that's where the bigger artists are. But you can also find them on the free stages too. It's so fun. But you can also go outside of downtown. You can go up to Scoreboard. Live Oak always has some great music. They have some great rounds happening this week, and Exit In, all of the places. So just listen for the music and head on out there.
Buddy Allen, it's a tradition. Come on into our store. Buddy Allen, it's a heritage for 40 years and more. What makes a house kind of special? Close friends walking in the door. Flowers blooming in the springtime and little children playing on a Buddy Allen floor.
We're live at the big old Hootenanny, live from the Omni Hotel Kitchen Notes, the private room, and brought to you by Buddy Allen Carpet One. I'm Devon O'Day, and I'm so excited. We're having our CMA Fest extravaganza.
It's wild.
And we're going to make your car smell good. The only car deodorizer I've ever been given by a country star.
Come on. We had to do something a little different. You know?
Yeah, Jordan James is with us right now. An Atlanta boy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
You know, it's CMA Fest. I can't help but get really energized during CMA Fest, formerly Fanfare.
Yep.
But you were 12 years old when you really got started in this business. Am I right? Like 12 years old when you started?
Pretty much. Yeah. We were driving up from Georgia every other weekend to play. Yeah. There's a little stage in the Opry Mills Mall that we'd come out and come play.
Crazy. I remember when people were playing live on that stage, but you got noticed by Kenny Rogers. Now you can't get more Georgia than Kenny Rogers. Nope. And then he notices you and puts you on his Christmas tour.
Yeah. So our school was doing a competition, I guess, and my teacher inquire if you wanted to be, or if I wanted to be part of the Kenny Rogers Christmas tour. I was like, absolutely. Yes, of course. And I was young. I was probably 12? Yeah, 12, 13, something like that. Crazy.
When you start there, I mean, it's just like you kind of got to pedal fast to keep
I've just
on
been
going.
chasing it ever since.
But you know what? You're chasing it. Well, you got a brand new single that's out and that video.
Oh, thank you.
My goodness. Y'all go to the YouTube and follow Jordan James Country. Just put that so, because you'll see his handsome face pop up there.
Wow.
Let's talk about this new heartbreak video.
Oh yeah. Know How? Or which one? Left Like That or No How?
Left Like That.
Mm-hmm.
That made me cry.
Oh, sorry.
But it's a good cry. We all need a little.
Yeah, if you need a good cry, go listen to it.
It makes you feel, and then the Know How. Oh my goodness.
Good little follow-up.
It's a good follow-up. It's a good follow-up. You're going to actually play live for us right now, right?
Yeah, I'm going to play the new single that we're releasing in early July.
All right. Well, let's see if we can get your.
Yeah, come on in.
Yeah. Get your guitar.
All right.
And you got some harmony going over there along with.
Let's see if we can get this rock.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's not too bad. All right. Yeah, this is the trucking around. That's the air fresheners we got.
I love this. I always tell country artists, I said, find a very cool merch piece. And I was talking to someone in your camp that said, boy, and people buy a lot of those.
Yeah.
Find what it's like, you can give your CD away, but they're going to buy the air freshener. See, that's a.
Hey, come on,
merch.
right?
Yeah.
So this is trucking around. We used to heat it up in this 4x4, lay back and count on the stars. Now this truck bed was a whole lot bigger without her in my arms. Now I'm just burning up and thinking of her, knowing that she riding around in somebody else's car. She ain't trucking around no more with me. She said goodbye to my old Benzie, switches for a man with a 4-door sedan, a 5-year plan, and a push start. This old boy used to be what she needed. Wish this pickup could pick up the pieces. Just like the mud on these tires, it ain't that hard to see. She ain't trucking around no more with me. She used to love climbing up this truck, sitting on 30s. Now she with them little Benz on me. She did me dirty, yes she did. She ain't trucking around no more with me. She said goodbye to my old Benzie, switch gears for a man with a 4-door sedan, a 5-year plan, and a push start. This old boy used to be what she needed. Wish this pickup could pick up the pieces. Just like the mud on these tires, it ain't that hard to see. She ain't trucking around no more with me. No, she's not. She ain't trucking around no more with me. Well, her daddy trucks and her brother trucks and her other brother does too. I'm out of luck. She's trucked enough. She's on to something new. She ain't trucking around no more with me. She said goodbye to my old Benzie, switch gears for a man with a 4-door sedan, a 5-year plan, and a push start. This old boy used to be what she needed. Just this pickup to pick up the pieces. Just like the mud on these tires, it ain't that hard to see. She ain't trucking around no more with me. She ain't trucking around no more with me. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, Jordan James.
Yes, ma'am.
And you did so amazing with one of the CMT Rising Stars competitions and like the Voice of a Lifetime kind of a thing.
Yeah.
You know, you won that. You were just a teenager. But I want to ask something of the heart. And a little bird told me that Mark Wills was a mentor and a friend.
Yeah, he's I've known him since I was a baby. Yeah, so I've been around him since I was a kid, and he's always been there for me. And he was supposed to play tonight with me at the Sky Deck at 9:00 tonight, but his daughter is having a baby today.
What? You're dropping the news? Mark Wills is about to be pawpaw.
So Mark Wills about to be a grandpa.
Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Well, you know, those kind of special things, having mentors in our life are really important. And I always love when we can tie those together, because I can see he's got a professionalism about him that surpasses just about anybody in this business.
100%.
He shows up. He looks like $1 million when he goes out,
And just the greatest voice.
and the greatest voice ever. But I'm telling you what, you have got everything, y'all. Jordan James, what do you think?
I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, give us some likes, give us some reaction on the show today, and tell people how they can find you and how they can share your music.
Yeah, so I'm on all platforms, streaming, Spotify, Apple Music, anything you can stream on. And then I am Jordan James on everything else.
I am Jordan James,
Mhm.
because you don't want to get into other.
Yeah, no, there's a few of those.
They're imposterators. Imposterators. We don't want to do that.
And if you're not doing anything tonight, I play at 9:00 at Sky Deck, and I'm giving these out for free. So
Oh, see all that great music and a free car deodorizer. I have a
Mhm.
truck, so
there you go.
this would really
Looks
help.
good in the truck.
Yeah, my farm truck's so bad I won't even drive it. To be honest. I hitched a ride,
Hey, but it'll smell good.
but it will smell better. I'm not gonna say it's enough farm truck. But thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
I am Jordan James. Where is the Sky Deck tonight?
It's at 5th and Broadway. It's 3rd floor of 5th and Broadway.
Okay, 3rd floor, 5th and Broadway. If you're coming down, and is there a cover charge to get in?
I do not believe so.
I don't think so either.
Free
And
show.
there are a lot of things a lot of people think, well, I can't participate in CMA Music Fest because I can't buy that big ticket or whatever. There are artists playing free shows all around downtown. So do not miss Jordan James on the Sky Deck, 5th and Broadway.
9:00. Come on out.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
You know, we have got our friends at Buddy Allen Carpet One, and they have the coolest thing. I'm an animal person. I just told you I have a farm, and I'm going to quote Adele Borchetta. If you really got a farm, this farmhouse chic that's all white and everything, if you've got an actual farm, nothing's all white. And you have to have literally bionic floors. They have those at Buddy Allen. They have the new pet flooring that is just incredible. They've been here for 40 years, and there's a reason that they have been your local carpet and flooring dealer for this many years. Lebanon Road, right there in the heart of Donaldson. They are the people to see. It's a family operation. We're going to hear from them and be right back with our closing act. Thanks.
Buddy Allen, it's a tradition. Come on into our store. Buddy Allen, it's a heritage for 40 years and more. What makes a house kind of special? Close friends walking in the door. Flowers blooming in the springtime and little children playing on a Buddy Allen floor.
The city famous for its music is quiet now, but it's about to be overwhelmed by the symphony of speed. Nashville Superspeedway will be rocking from the pit to the grandstand. June 24th through 26th, the Ally 400 NASCAR Cup Series race weekend brings a mix of incredible racing and live entertainment. Tickets are going fast, so visit NashvilleSuperspeedway.com today and join the full throttle fun.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Devon O'Day. We are live in Kitchen Notes at the Omni Hotel. It is crazy. Over in Bar Lines, Black River Entertainment has done a takeover for the last couple of days, and they're doing free shows in Bar Lines here at the Omni. And all around us, there are wonderful shows. And there was a Durango stage and Durango booth, and I call him, he's like my youngin'. He's another Georgia boy, Matt Rogers Country. Matt, I'm so glad you're here.
Man, thank you for having me. It is a pretty day. It's not as screaming hot as I was thinking it was going to be.
Oh, truth. Normally it's either a typhoon and people are literally needing waiters to get around in Nashville.
Get your floaties on.
Get your floaties on. Or it is so hot that it's dangerous, you know?
Yeah, this is actually beautiful today, which I'm glad I've got to play outside this evening. So I'm looking forward to it.
Where are you playing?
I'm going to be in the Hard Rock parking lot in the Hard Rock stage at 7:25 p.m.
That's so cool. I bet you're booked solid this week. So you saw our friends at Durango. Did you see Aaron, our friend? Hi, our Durango booth friends.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we went and saw and hung out at the booth there, had a little interview with them in their little studio that they had set up, and then went and was at the booth and were selling some boots and saying, hey, and acting goofy, you know, being me.
That is, well, how are things? Have you gotten back home to Georgia lately?
We've done a couple dates there since the record came out. I debuted my record and did a release show in my hometown at a theater that they revamped during COVID. So that was awesome. We had a really good time there. And I've been back to do a date here and there and hoping to get back soon.
You know, watching you go back home, I watched some live footage with you. There's nothing like playing for the home folks, is it?
Oh, nothing like it. There's nothing like it. And most folks, I'm incredibly fortunate. The folks at Eatonton, Georgia have never questioned why I was leaving my job in the medical field to come up here to write songs. They were just like, do it. You should do it. You know, so I've always had really, really good support back home. So that's a great feeling because there's a lot of folks that don't have that.
And there are a lot of people who've ended up here in Nashville from all over the world for CMA Music Fest. There are thousands and thousands of people who will be flooding the streets. But, you know, and if you are with you want to go to some of the CMA sanctioned events, make sure that you get, they call it in a fire truck.
Call me a fireman. That's my name.
That's what we do. That's what we do. Well, as the sirens go by, you can get your CMA Music app, and it is free to get, and it tells you who's playing and where for the CMA stages. But if we want to follow Matt Rogers Country, how do they find out where you're going to be during?
Well, you just said it. MattRogersCountry.com or Matt Rogers Country on any social media will get you to where I'm at. So follow along if you want to come hang out. We'd love to see you. Might be throwing some stuff out this evening. Might have a special guest this evening. So we're going to have a big time. We're looking forward to it.
Can we do a shout out to Joanne Berry?
We can. Miss Joanne. I hope you're tuning in. I know she's tuning in somewhere. She had an event this evening with her nonprofit Mercy Chefs. They were providing for Amy Grant's foundation. So got to hang out with them last night. We were in the CMA suite over at the big show. So that was so great.
And there are so many great shows that are happening. You've got a full flight of them. So that's why you just go to mattrogerscountry.com to find where he's going to be. Because I know how you are. Because I called you last minute and said, where are you going to be? Where are you going to be? But you know what? Here you are.
I said, I'm a block away. I just need to go find a guitar.
And I'm glad that you did. And speaking of, would you play something for us?
Yeah, for sure. So I've got a new single coming out, and it's off the record. The record's already available. We've got a music video for it, and it's got a lot of 90s country artist references in it because obviously 90s. Georgia. There was no hiding from 90s country where I'm from.
And truth, yeah.
And I reached out to my buddy Marty Rabin and got Shenandoah in the music video because there's a line about Shenandoah in it. So really excited about that. Got to see them play last night on the big stage too. Let's see if I can pull this one off for you. I've never done it by myself, so let's see if I can remember it. No pressure. I try to apologize in 1,000 different ways for all the stupid things I sometimes say. I guess I found the straw that broke the camel's back, 'cause when I got home, all your bags were packed. 2 dozen roses and a bottle of wine. Not even Shenandoah's gonna change your mind. What if I put it on a billboard, taller than the Georgia pines, biggest one I could afford? Somewhere south on 75, you'd be passing peaches on your way to getting over me in the Sunshine State. Out of the clear blue sky, you see a sign catches your eye. What if I put it on a billboard? Oh yeah. Do you think it'd even slow that Honda down? Or would you feel the need to turn around? 'Cause I'd paint this whole town in John Deere green if I thought it would stop you leaving me. Well, what if I put it on a billboard, taller than the Georgia pines, biggest one I could afford? Somewhere south on 75, you'd be passing peaches on your way to getting over me in the Sunshine State. Out of the clear blue sky, you see a sign catches your eye. What if I put it on a billboard? Yeah. Last resorts, desperate measures, Hail Marys, grand gestures, every line and every love song that ever made you cry. What if I put it on a billboard? What if I put it on a billboard, taller than the Georgia pines, biggest one I could afford? Somewhere south on 75, you'd be passing peaches on your way to getting over me in the Sunshine State. Out of the clear blue sky, you see a sign catches your eye. Says, I'm sorry, I love you, come home, I want to make it right. What if I put it on a billboard? What if I put it on a billboard?
Brand new.
Hot off the press right there.
That's a brand new song. Brand new song. You know, we always talk farming when I'm with you.
Got to.
I know, because y'all don't know he comes from farming people.
The dairy capital of Georgia, y'all. Sending milk your way.
And we have a standing date we have never gotten to go to, but we're going to go to Smith Springs Creamery out in Watertown.
Gotta do it. It's still on the to-do list at the top.
I know we are. You know,
peaches are in season now, so you know they got the peach ice cream going.
I was cutting up peaches for my pig last night.
Uh-oh.
I had a bunch, and they were, you know, when they get just a little bit overripe, is when I cut them up for the pig, and he does not ever complain. But
fine with mushy peaches.
Fine, but okay, are Georgia peaches really the best?
Yes, ma'am. Without hesitation. I'll do an A/B test right now. I can tell you which one's which. Yeah. We headlined the Georgia Peach Festival last year. And guys in my band, obviously, my guitar player is from Georgia, but my drummer's from Memphis and my bass player is from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. So they had never had Georgia peaches, and now they know the difference.
It really is a difference. It's like, now Georgia's also famous for peanuts. Not as famous as Virginia, but
well, actually, peanuts is the #1 export
in
Georgia. Yeah, somewhere along the line, peanuts outraced the Peaches, but we're still known for the Peaches because they're still the best. I've got that song Tailgate Town about my hometown where I say there's a line about Miss Janice selling peaches and everybody's glad to meet you. That's true about Eatonton, Georgia.
It is. There's another thing. There's another song. I'm going to make you do another song. I'm going to beg you to do another song. I first met Matt and we started talking about words of wisdom from our grandpas. And, you know, and as we bring this show to a close and we start remembering, we've been talking about fanfare and the way it used to be and the changes and all the people come in and it's a lot more people now and the whole world comes in for CMA Music Fest. And it's a different thing and they tape a lot of it for TV shows.
Sure.
But we still get back to the root of country music. You're Matt Rogers country.
That's right.
And country music has a heart to it that's different, doesn't it?
Well, it's the songwriting. I think in this genre, alone from others, it's always been about a story and it's always been about authenticity. It's always about being genuine and things that everyone goes through. So.
Well, this song, I was on WSM and you played this song live in the studio and I just about lost it because my hero in my life was my grandfather. And
Mine too. Yep.
I rode on the tractor with him and I know so much scripture in my life because he preached and practiced his sermons on me and taught me. And I didn't realize I learned all that, but you know, I did. And your grandpa preached a little bit to you too, didn't he?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I lost him when I was younger, but I remember these sayings he had all the time. So I sat down one day when I was feeling kind of homesick and put them all in a song. So let's see if I can. I seem to have lost my capo somewhere along my CMA journeys this weekend. So let's see what it sounds like in this key here. Single cab Sierra, fishing poles and a can of worms. I'd sit in Grandpa's lap so I could try. And we'd get down to the dock and throw our bobbers in the water. Watch them disappear when we got a bite. And I'd riddle him with questions like an 8-year-old would do. And he'd always stop and give me good advice. He never went to college, God, but I swear he knew it all. And what he told me one day changed my life. When he said, the words in red ain't just for decoration. And everything that glitters isn't gold. Always make the time to call your mom. You know she loves you more than anything in the world. Make sure that you can swim if you burn bridges. But son, don't you ever get too big for your bridge. High beams on the highway, cutting through a Georgia night. But now I'm all alone in the driver's seat. And I don't know where I'm headed or the man that I'll become. But I can hear my granddad's words still got me. He'd say, the words in red ain't just for decoration. And everything that glitters isn't gold. Always make the time to call your mama. You know she loves you more than anything in the world. Make sure that you can swim if you burn bridges. Son, don't you ever get too big for your bridges. Oh, no, 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 no. See, the words are red, they ain't just for decoration. And everything that glitters isn't gold. Always make the time to call your mama. You know she loves loves you more than anything in the world. Make sure that you can swim if you burn bridges. It runs both ways, the road from rags to riches. Son, don't you ever get too big for your bridges. Don't do it now, boy.
Oh my goodness, that is such a great song.
I appreciate you thinking that.
You know, that one, and y'all, I'm not gonna make him play another one, but you got to go see him because he's got another one called Cole.
Title track of the brand new record. It came out in March, full-length record. That one means a whole lot to me. So I hope you can check it out. And we just went down to Macon, Georgia, and recorded 5 songs off of the brand new record live in historic Capricorn Studios, where some of my hero Allman Brothers, Marshall Tucker Band, Little Richard, Otis Redding all recorded. So really special moment there.
I love that studio because Hank Jr. recorded. My first cut I got was Hank Jr. and it was a single. He was on Capricorn Records, led by Phil Walden, who opened Capricorn Studios. And so I have a love for that studio. And his son now is part of Capricorn Studios and saved it and made sure it didn't get.
Yeah, it's been a uphill battle for sure for the people in Macon, Georgia to revitalize it. And it's so cool because everything is updated, everything is polished, brand new, besides Studio A. Still smells like the 70s in there. They've changed relatively nothing, and it is just awesome. So, and the last one of the Capricorn Session EP came out today, and it is an Allman Brothers cover, one of my all-time favorite songs, Melissa. So,
oh my gosh, incredible. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Matt Rogers.
Happy CMA Fest.
And where can they see you tonight?
Tonight, I will be at Hard Rock Cafe down here on First and Broadway, or Second Broadway, whichever way you depend to look at it. But it's a big old parking lot party. They've got a big stage out in the parking lot, and we're going to be playing new songs off the record, and going to have a special guest, like I said. And it's going to be a fine evening.
Any more places we can look for you at CMA Fest?
I'm playing a songwriter event on Sunday at Live Oak.
Oh, Live Oak. What a great place. Oh. A little bit earlier, if you joined us at the top of the show, you saw a story from the hits list. Tracy Hitz went and she talked about the shows at Live Oak during Fanfare, Seaman Music Fest. It's going to be Fanfare for me forever. Right. Come on now. Anyway, make sure you go to the hits, HITZ list.com to find out some of the things that are not CMA oriented that are part of CMA Music Fest. Yeah, there's just a ton going on. It's overwhelming, but this is the coolest festival in the country, in my opinion. I mean, everybody's in town, a lot of friends that you don't get to see. I'm out here talking to everybody you've had on the show since I've been here. We all know each other, and it was great to see some old friends and tons of music, and being a fan of just country music too. It's really cool to be a part of. It's certainly country music's greatest and grandest week, and we hope that you will participate wherever you're from. And if you can't be here, make sure you stream, and that's why we wanted to do this show today. Hey, we got time for one more break, and we'll be right back. See you guys. Bye.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
The city famous for its music is quiet now, but it's about to be overwhelmed by the symphony of speed. Nashville Superspeedway will be rocking from the pit to the grandstand. June 24th through 26th, the Ally 400 NASCAR Cup Series race weekend brings a mix of incredible racing and live entertainment. Tickets are going fast, so visit NashvilleSuperspeedway.com today and join the full throttle fun.
Buddy Allen, it's a tradition. Come on into our store. Buddy Allen, it's a heritage for 40 years and more. What makes a house kind of special? Close friends walking in the door. Flowers blooming in the springtime and little children playing on a Buddy Allen floor.
Thank you. Good. Well, it's time to put a bow on this puppy. We are so grateful for the Omni Hotel opening up Kitchen Notes, this wonderful little private room where the official 615 podcast is done with Big Joe on the go and Greg Pogue. And it's just, you can find that wherever podcasts are. You can find all of our shows, including Main Street Sports Today, which starts right after this. And thank you so much for sharing. I always say follow, subscribe, share. FSS. As Bill Anderson would say. I'm Devon O'Day, and we are kicking off CMA Music Fest in style here at the Omni. Don't forget, Buddy Allen Carpet One is the reason that we were able to put this show together, along with Todd Rodemel and the Omni staff. They're just incredible, and they have put us together some eats. I'm going to show you pictures on my Monday show for Main Street Today. And don't forget, my incredible little brother, Mornings on Main Street, every day, 7 o'clock on all of our Main Street channels. Make sure you subscribe to Mornings on Main Street with Big Joe on the Go, Joe Dubin. I'm Devon O'Day, and on behalf of all of us here at Main Street, have a great CMA Fest. Stay safe and be kind to each other. And remember, you are loved. Bye.